I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Oh, we're live. Okay, so yes. So I told you we would be back. We are indeed back. Stick it on the other end for me, please. Stick it on the other end for me. Yeah. Yeah, we are back because we're going to have some guests on in a moment. We're originally going to have two. Looks like we're going to have three. So that's going to be interesting. Just trying to get everything set up now. Sorry, because we just needed to get the stream going before the guests arrive. Let me just share it real quick from the Facebook. Sorry about this. You can't even see my face because of the other camera. Okay. Do what you want, mate. Yeah, just make it sound. Special guest. We've got the Dark Lord of the Sith himself. It's Spencer Weldy. Hello.
Spencer, how's your day been, Spencer? Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, you do.
Put my phone on properly. I'm not getting anything coming through. Sorry. Is it working? Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely going.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Sorry.
You do a fair few of these.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. And is it? I was. Kind.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Is it? What? So what do you? I mean, apart from the opportunity to flog a few signatures, what is it you get out of the Comic-Con experience?
It's
yeah.
Yeah. Following our passion. It's just special, man. I love to see the cosplayers working so hard in their costume.
Sorry, Spencer. Can you switch microphones, mate? Because I don't think it's coming through. It's
try that one.
Amateurs.
Sorry, mate.
I was joking.
See, that one's definitely working.
It's not plugged in. Should we go again?
That one's
did you pick up any of that one you just said?
A little bit. Yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, sorry.
Right, where were we?
Yeah, well, you were just saying about people giving up their time to come and see actors like yourself.
Yeah, like I say, time is special. It's precious. Do you know what I mean? You can't buy time. And so people giving up their time to come and see us, actors, doing our thing, very passionate. And they're very passionate about coming to see us, and we give it back. You know what I mean?
How odd is it to be sitting there and having somebody walk up who's basically dressed as you?
It's not odd. It's quite nice. You know what I mean? It's like looking at a mirror, I suppose. I mean, it's special, man. It's like these huge productions with huge budgets, with 40 odd people working in the departments of the creature departments and things like that. It took them, months to do this, put it together. Professionals,
Yeah.
And then there's some guy or girl comes up to me with a costume that looks like it's just come off the movie set.
Yeah.
And they've worked on it for a whole year on themselves.
Yeah.
So what passion that goes into that? Passion goes into that. It's pretty incredible, right?
Absolutely,
Passion is very much the watchword of what we've been talking about
all
day.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity for people to share their passion for a particular thing.
Yeah, of course. And it's cool to be geeky these days.
Yeah, isn't it just?
I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years, mate. We
remember when it wasn't cool to be geeky.
Yeah, it's gone the other way around now. They use the bedroom to go to sleep and geek out in the Comic-Cons. It used to be geek out in the bedroom and go to sleep when they go out in the world. You know what I mean?
Where did everything start for you as a performer?
As one as a babby. My mum used to say to me, "Stop kicking people and stop being a monster." I ended up being a professional kickboxer and a professional monster performer. Do you know what I mean? So it started at a very early age, and it was just like I didn't come from no acting background. I was the first one in the movies in my family. So my world, my start of life has been my film school, my training ground.
Yeah.
And it's just progressed into what we portray now. Do you know what I mean? If that makes any sense?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That
it makes perfect sense. I mean, do you have a particular role that you've done that really sticks in your mind as, I'm really quite proud of that one?
You know what? I'm proud of them all, but I'm a bit spiritual, and the character takes over me. So I'm just happy they choose me to play their character. You know, give me their presence. You know what I mean? So like it could be the werewolf in Harry Potter, or it could be the Victor Frankenstein monster, it could be the first White Walker, it could be the guy that's beating up a team of Liverpool fans in Green Street. You know.
Ice Warrior,
Doctor Who's,
Darth
Men in
Vader.
Black, Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
You know, so many. You know, there's a really fun character called Gorg in Dungeons and Dragons that's just been released. You know what I mean? Which is pretty cool. That's really fun. I've got some shows coming out in the near future: Toxic Avengers and Borderlands, and a few other shows.
I got to say,
Toxic Avengers just piqued my interest there because I love me some Toxie, and I'm really looking forward to the new movie.
Yeah, we're all excited.
Whenever eventually it comes out.
Yeah, we're all excited. I can't wait till the grown-ups to release it. You know what I mean?
When I think of stuff you've done, my go-to tends to be that fight sequence in Hobbs and Shaw. That is like one of the funniest scenes ever.
Yeah, it was, you know, how I got that scene as well. I was working on Men in Black International.
Yeah.
And my son is a massive Paul Walker fan, so when he passed away,
yeah,
he was gutted. You know what I mean? Watches all the he can tell you what's start from to finish of all the franchise of Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And I was saying to him, you know, as we were growing up, I said, listen, I'll introduce you to him one day. I'm going up the ladder.
Wow.
So when he passed away, he was gutted. Everybody's gutted. He
Yeah.
went too soon, but that was his path out of here, and that's the way it was. But I told the story to the production on Men in Black. And when I finished on that, next minute, I'm getting a phone call saying, "Can you come in and do a cameo with The Rock?" And you know, on
It's a
obviously
phone call and a half to get that in it.
Mate, you know, scored some points for my kids. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very special. That's what I love about the film. It's one big family, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and if they can put a smile on your kids, they'll do it. They'll help you do it. Do you know what I mean?
Speaking of big families, though, and as we've mentioned, Star Wars. So when did you become aware that they were looking at you to fill Dave Prowse's boots?
Well, I got the audition to well, it was very secretive.
I imagine it was.
I said
Yeah.
this on several Q&As. When we got the first audition, we didn't know what the production was. We didn't know what the character was. We didn't know. We just come in and did a cell tape. Second time, we didn't know. Third time, they give us, you know, now it's known Star Wars, and I had an inkling it was going to be Darth Vader because the authority and the heavy breathing and everything else that goes with that character. And then the last audition was at Pinewood Studios in London, and that was a tick of the cross, and you know, the Dark Lord and the Emperor chose me to help him out with him.
What was it like to put the helmet on for the first
the
time?
The whole lot was a feeling. You know what I mean? It's like I say, it's a feeling. It's a dark
You
side.
just feel it just taking over you as you put more and more on.
Yeah, well, you know, the last audition, that's when the costume was there. Do you know what I mean? So they had a little tent in the room, in the secret room.
Yeah.
And they pulled the tent back, the curtains of the tent, and there was the boots, the gloves, the pants, the helmet. And you know, you just for a minute, you're not looking at it like a costume, looking at the characters, looking at you, and you're looking at the character.
Yeah.
And you meet in the middle.
There's very few
that's it.
characters as iconic as Darth Vader.
And there's not many actors that are going to get to play that character. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
I feel very honoured and it feels very special to play characters like that. But I class every character as special to me.
Yeah,
you know
of
what I mean?
course, yeah.
Some make more noise than the others. You know what I mean?
So I mean, what's it like when you have to like put on all the prosthetics and get?
Yeah, you know, some actors don't like it, so they don't do it, and then I it's a process. You know, some of the creature performers really good at what the job what they do, but some of the artists, the creature makeup artists, you know, they're their A team, and they you know how it's like drawing a painting. You know, it takes a long time from the initial bit of makeup or the bit of glue that goes on to you to the end of it. There's the Wolfman, or there's the Frankenstein. It's like iconic, man.
Yeah.
So to sit down and enjoy their work, looking in the mirror for 5 or 6 hours, whatever it is, I love it.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, when you're saying about the Frankenstein monster, I remember watching that movie because it's no secret. A few years ago, I was very, very seriously ill. And I was in hospital, in and out. Like, spent more time in hospital 1 year than I did out of it.
Glad you're out there now.
No, thank you. But one of the things that I did to pass the time was just watch movies over and over and over again. And watching that Frankenstein movie
Victor Frankenstein.
that was.
Do you know what I play in Victor Frankenstein?
Go on.
No, do you know who I play in Victor Frankenstein?
There was the Frankenstein, obviously.
Yeah, but I played 2 characters.
Oh, there's another one as well. Oh, okay.
No, so I play the strongman Nathaniel in the circus. That's me.
Right, okay.
With a moustache.
Ah,
Right?
okay.
And I play so it's Nathaniel and Prometheus, the monster.
Yeah.
So I play both and credit him from both as well,
Oh,
which,
okay.
which is pretty rare.
There we go. Even I'm learning something
There you go.
today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing what a moustache does. He said, "Can you grow a beard?" And I said, "I've never really gone past a week." So I got to about 2 weeks and started giving birth out of my face and doing handstands to try and get the pain out of my face. It was incredible. You know,
You've got to just get past that itchy stage, mate.
Oh, amazing. The itchy stage. I literally giving birth to little kids out of my face. It was painful.
I've just done that for this one, funny enough, is because it's set during a lockdown, so it's set over the period of months. So we filmed the first one, I'm clean shaven. So I had to wait months before we filmed the last scene. So
I do grow a good thick beard. And then it was all black. Now it's going to have grey bits in it. Well, grey lot, you know what I mean? But so when I grew it for like 4 months, and then they shaped it into the strongman tash.
Yeah.
And you're doing this.
Yeah.
Because it's the early 1800s.
It's the old vaudeville style,
absolutely, yeah. So I was walking around town doing this. I was walking around. I was walking past friends I've been friends with all my life going, "Oi." And I went, "Bloody hell."
But when you got that, do you just feel that you want to tie women to train tracks and stuff?
You put a moustache on someone, they don't rescue them.
Yeah.
It's a disguise.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's crazy. But so have you got any character that's like your particular favourite?
What out of all them 50 characters I played? Well, yeah, you know what? I love them all. But you know the martial arts, Queen Street, love all that.
Oh, the banner's going.
Man down.
Timber.
Man down. Yeah, I'll leave him there. Be all right.
We'll get it in a minute.
So, and then, you know, I love playing the monsters for Doctor Who's and things like that. You know, and these iconic monsters like Frankenstein, Wolfman, they're great, special, real special. We're all special, but that's a little bit more special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you get to work with the likes of Rick Baker. You know?
Oh, wow.
You know, I've Mr. Rick Baker working on
master.
the first test makeup on the Wolfman was 11 hours long.
Jeez.
Right?
Christ.
And me and Rick were just sitting there enjoying every moment of it.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking in the mirror of Rick Baker's magic coming through.
God, I guess he's got some stories as well. Blimey.
Yeah.
That's one way to pass the time while you're putting it on.
Well, it's all going to go into the autobiography at some point, I'm sure.
I'm sure. One day.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, fantastic.
Cool.
Well, we won't keep you any longer because I know you're headed off.
Yeah,
but thank you for coming on and spending a bit of time with the 50
Hey, it's been great chilling with you all guys. Hope this is a great day for you guys.
Oh, we've had a fantastic
we've
time.
had a brilliant
chat.
time. Really enjoyed it. And
Awesome.
really enjoyed speaking with you.
Yeah.
So thanks ever so much.
I'm glad if anybody come up to the table, come and say hello to me. Thanks very much. I really enjoyed your company. And thanks to John for bringing us into this marvellous Comic Con. Congratulations, great success for him on his first Comic Con and, you know, Grand National Day.
Yeah.
We're in, you know,
well,
Aintree.
Apparently we're doing one again next year on May the 4th. So if there's ever a day to get you back, if there's a day to get you back, mate, you know.
There you go. That'd be pretty cool. So you know how it works. These Comic Cons, you double up. And there's a lot of new faces in here. So here we go.
That's good to hear.
Strap yourself in. Enjoy yourself.
Great to meet you, mate.
Take care.
All right, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spencer Wilding, thank you very much.
Freaking Vader.
Hello, yeah. Brilliant, that. Thank you so much, mate. So, thank you. You didn't have to do that.
And
he's even tidying
he's even putting the poster back up for us. What an absolute star!
What a gent.
Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you,
Spencer Wilding.
Awesome.
Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So we've got
thanks, babe.
We've got other people that we are going to talk to very shortly. Do we want to just pause for a minute while I gather people, or do you want to keep talking while I go in? Do you want to just talk for a minute while I go and find? Okay.
Yeah, I might have to actually grab that back again in a minute. Sorry. Oh, you get a seat. Okay, thank you. So that was Spencer. How awesome is that? Oh, I didn't see your question there, Jay. Sorry, but otherwise I would have asked that. But I mean, obviously, if anyone is sharing this video, just watching the video rather, just share it around. I don't think that one's working properly. To be honest with you, I'm not. Yeah, I might have to. Yeah, I don't know why that yellow microphone's not working properly, but it's a bit odd. Anyways, but yeah, we're gonna get some other guests on right now who are gonna be like Spencer joining us from a galaxy far, far away. Paul's just gone to get them now. But yeah, so we've had an absolute fantastic day. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long day. It's been a great day, but we've had an absolutely fantastic time. Can't wait to do it again. Let's be honest, because everyone loves a convention, certainly me. So yeah, just filling time basically right now until Paul comes back. But that's that's just how I do. And usually I've got a Maori here to bounce off of, but I don't. So you just got me rambling to myself for a little bit. How are you? You having a good day? Good to hear it. Cheers. Yeah. So anyone who's watching, just pop in the chat and say hello. Let us know that you're there. Paul is back now. So, and we've got more guests. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to use the green one. We're gonna have to share. So, in fact, tell you what, we'll share the orange one. They can use those ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So carrying on with our previous theme of a galaxy far, far away, guys, why don't you introduce yourselves to the audience at home with the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds?
Hello there. My name is Ross Sandbridge. I was one half of the evil Supreme Leader Snoke from The Last Jedi.
We're the top half or the bottom half?
Oh, well.
He was the left side.
It was my right side. And I was a physical body you see on screen, and then the other gentleman, Andy, was the voice. But also, I played a Wookiee slave in the film Solo: A Star Wars Story.
My name's Matt Tyler, and I also played a Wookiee slave in Solo.
Okay, so we've got a bit of a Wookiee off here at the moment.
Wookiee behind you and all.
So, well, I mean, and yeah, we've got the Arctic Wookiee in the room with us also. So, a bit of a coincidence there.
One of the endangered ones there.
Yeah,
I mean, while we have the example, so what is it like to be in one of those?
Very warm.
Very, very warm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Very
I would
sweaty,
imagine.
very, very tight and sweaty, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. And hot.
Yes.
I mean, so what the ones that they use on the film? What are they made of?
Yak hair.
Yeah.
I believe it was yak hair. They had various drawers of all types of hair, and then we landed on yak hair.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
It was a roulette of hair, and we ended up on yak, basically. I think it was going on sale, basically. They found it in the back of a lorry, and they needed to use it for something.
And I mean, how did you end up
Covered in yak hair.
covered in yak hair? What's the story?
Is the question.
Take us back.
That's just a wild weekend in Amsterdam, I think. That's
we basically got our results on the Wikipedia.
Oh,
Someone put 20p in Ross. Oh. I know, he's here all week.
Yeah.
Basically, we just auditioned for a role. I didn't know what it was for. It was under the code name Red Cup. So I had no idea what it was going to be for. Yeah. Took a 6-hour coach down to London from Liverpool just after going to see Stone Roses, so I was slightly hungover, and then got there and they asked me to be a dishevelled space bear, so didn't really need to act. just walked around the room and I was like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, go.
because it is all quite. I mean, Spencer was saying before, it's all very, very secretive, isn't it?
So if you needed the loo, which it was quite difficult in the costumes, we had to wear these sort of like Death Eater cloaks just to walk around. Huge ponchos that like went down to your feet, so you looked like you were floating, because obviously no one was supposed to see what you were wearing. So there was like huge levels of secrecy.
Yes, I think the trouble is though with the ponchos, they only go so far. So you're walking around like half your normal body sort of thing, and then the poncho, and then you've got Wookiee feet. So it's.
I mean, was it very much a similar experience for you, Ross, when Snoke came up?
Yeah. So again, I had a phone call, and they said that they're doing a fitting for a thing called Space Bear, and they. So I said, oh, that sounds a bit like Star Wars, but I went down to Palm Studios, went into the warehouse, and they said, "Look, put these gold robes on, and then director will be in a minute." So put them on, and then I walked on stage, and then Ryan Johnson walked in and says, "You must be our Snoke." And I've gone, "Oh, I guess I must be."
Right.
Guilty
Ryan
as
freaking Johnson. Let's just absorb that for a moment. Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I said, great, brilliant. And then 2 weeks later, I'm sitting on the throne on the set and just looking around going, oh my God, I'm on Star Wars. And but I had to sort of like pretend I wasn't just to get through the normal days. And then Daisy Ridley walks on and with Adam Driver and says hello and everything else. I'm going, this is quite surreal. And then Andy Serkis comes on and says that basically we are the same person. And I've gone, well, that's great.
And then you woke up in a cold sweat in Croydon.
you know about that? Yeah. Yes, it's all all massive lie. Yeah.
But, so where does the journey start for you guys? Like, what is the path that brings you to this rather surreal moment where you're in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away?
I got a train. Well, I mean, I've been acting for best part of 25 years now, but I mean, I think being tall and everything else, you do get the characters you play are obviously just specifically for a taller person.
Yeah,
so
it's quite niche, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Remind me. So how tall are you both?
Well, I'm around the 7 foot mark,
and I'm 6'8".
Yeah. So and just to give some comparison, I'm 6 foot, give or take. So yeah,
and I'm 5'9".
Yeah, I'm usually the tall one in the room, and it's So this is quite intimidating.
If
it's normal for you.
The thing is, if it's any help, we have both been your heights, so we've been there.
Ross came out your height. It was like pulling rope.
Well, put it this way: my mum was in labour for so long, she ended up going conservative. So. Yeah, no, it's so basically the job's come along and the roles come along and it's great, but they can be very far between.
Yeah.
But the characters you do, sometimes they get people on stilts or on platforms, but with being tall, you can then portray a character or a creature. So I've been aliens and monsters and things, but you can make that character believable to the audience that are watching it on the cinema or then or watching at home, then you've done a good job.
Yeah, we have an authentic level of shin is what he's trying to say.
It's kind of the opposite to what George was saying to us earlier. It's just like you need to find a casting director. I mean, fair enough, you can do these roles where you're playing these large characters and stuff, but ideally one day I assume you'd want to find a casting director who's just like, okay, they're right for the role, doesn't matter about the height.
Yeah.
They're just playing this guy. You know,
just dig a hole and put us in it so we look normal sized. I think it's Tom Cruise in reverse. That's what we need.
Yeah. No, I mean, we've just got a question here from Jay on the chat here, basically asking about like the various costumes. Have they got fans built in, or is it like a breathable
Oh God, no!
Oh
God, no!
If only.
So when we filmed, it was the middle of July, summer 2017, and it was about 25 to 28 degrees. And we had an undersuit on, so like a black leotard up to the neck, then the suit, which is like skin tight, covered in hair, latex hands, feet, and the head going on as well. And we were literally dripping with sweat. What we had was assistants with small mini leaf blowers that they'd prise our neck open, put it down, and that was the only relief that we got during the day.
Water bottles as well.
No, water or Ribena that they would put a straw in, and then in the middle of the mask they'd cut a little hole, so they'd just push this like Ribena straw through, and we could open the mouth. Yeah, basically that's what it was. Yeah, we had our Lunchables at 12. That's what it was. It was packed lunch with the Wookiees, basically.
Yeah, I can imagine it's not going to be easy to get that off and get to the bus.
Yeah, exactly. They just fed it through a small hole in the mouth, basically.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was incredibly hot. Ross passed out. That was how hot it was.
Yes. Thank you. I forgot
Ross
about
was
that.
a casualty of war, essentially.
No, I think we all kind of like had our moments of like. I mean, we had another Wookiee with us who unfortunately was a bit ill, But you know, I think when the heat gets you and you're running around, especially, and you haven't had a chance to take the head off, yes, you end up, unfortunately, the heat getting to you. And but there's the medical team round and everything else, and you know,
CPR on a Wookiee, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Singing "Staying Alive" in their head.
Mouth to mouth on the Wookiee.
Well, we do. Wookiees like a nice kiss, don't they? So you know.
Actually, that's one thing I was going to ask you before. Sorry, microphones. I know how to use them. So when you were saying about like going in and Ryan Johnson saying you're Snoke,
Yes.
I presume had you seen Force Awakens at that point? You knew who Snoke was.
I had, but I mean, like Ryan wanted more fleshed out.
Because he's in the room with the characters, obviously, in that movie.
To interact with Kylo Ren and with
So
Rey. And
how annoyed were you thinking, oh yeah, I've got this role, this is like the supreme leader of the dark side in these new trilogies? How annoyed were you to read that he gets cut in half like 5 minutes into that scene? You think you've got a good job for a few years here, and then...
But the thing is, so like, I kind of obviously knew the background and everything else, and who then he is. Although it's fairly obvious anyway, because no other evil character's got a throne and red guards and literally coming out his fingers. So, so when I read that, I was like, okay, so he gets chopped in half, but then, well, I kind of guessed that he didn't like die as such.
Yeah,
you know?
they always come back. It's
yeah.
just unfortunately came back as the wrong person.
But anyway, so
in terms of yourself, I mean, not just like I'm not saying the Emperor came back being Snoke was the wrong person. I'm saying you wanted another job.
Well, I embrace the role as much as what it is. Try to, as I make it believable, and but getting to work with Andy was a dream, and Ryan gave us free reign of how he's going to move and everything else, and they wanted a taller actor to make Adam look shorter, basically, diminutive, because Adam's around about 6'4", and so when he's on his knees sort of thing, and he's like looming over him and sort of like berating him and things.
Yeah.
I just wanted someone to, be even more creepy, I suppose.
And that's why you got the role.
Yes, thank you very much indeed. I did.
I very much get a sort of a family banter atmosphere off you guys. You've obviously been doing this a while now.
Well, yeah, but also the fact is that one of the I guess it's a bit gushy, but one of the highlights of working on Solo was the fact that we all kind of experienced the same thing together.
Yeah,
and we had a bit of a brotherhood going on as well, and that has carried on after the filming as well. And I do consider Matt as a brother from a different mother, and the same with like Paul Davis. But there is another one we don't talk about him. He's a black sheep of the family, but it's great, and doing these shows and everything is brilliant. And it's been a while since we've done one together, and so it's great to do it again today.
So what is your Comic-Con experience like? What do you tend to get out of it, as it were?
Well,
I mean, it's just a good opportunity to meet people that really are passionate about these sort of things and passionate about the films. So, I enjoyed every experience filming. I probably didn't love the films maybe as much as Ross did, but then you meet people who just adore the films. Yeah. And it makes it all it brings everything back, because the whole experience, I adore the experience. And then you get to speak to people about it, and that's just brings it all back. So it's quite joyful in that respect.
I love seeing adults and kids smile, and I had there was a family all dressed, I think, as Jedi's basically. I think it was a little kid dressed as Anakin and then Luke was his father and the mother, and he looked at the Snoke stuff. He was impressed by that. He saw the Wookiees and he literally went, "Oh my goodness, you're a Wookiee!" And and the way this face lit up and everything else, I was like, that's the main reason we do these things, because with all the other stuff going on in the world, doom and gloom, you come here, you forget about all your troubles, and you are literally like the same like everybody else. You're enjoying the moment, you're enjoying the experience, and if you make someone smile and be happy and everything else, then you're actually doing it.
I guess it's giving you that sort of immediate contact that you don't get when you're actually making a movie. People are reacting to the movie, but it's at one remove to what you've done, whereas you get to see that reaction there in the room. It's almost like theatre, I guess.
Yes, but I say it's you get your fans of different characters, but it expands their experience of watching the films.
Yeah.
So they can actually chat to the actors who played their favourite characters or whatnot, and they go away happy, sort of thing. They just have a great time, and we have a great time because we know they're having a great time. So
well, that's brilliant. That's always brilliant to hear that you guys enjoy it as much as the hundreds of people we've seen walking past today are obviously enjoying it as well.
And it's a great venue as well. I mean, it's brilliant to be doing it at these race courses as well.
Yeah, Ross was saying you don't normally get anything as beautiful as a race course. Sometimes it's a village hall in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah. Well, one of the conventions was actually on a farm, and
it wasn't a convention. This is what they keep telling you. It was not a convention.
Well, it was
when he couldn't open the door after he'd been back in. Saw the lock on the other side.
Well, we literally you talk to people and on the table, and then behind you is like some sheep, and we was like going bam, bam. And I can't hear. Great.
Ross wasn't paid. He just got to take a sheep home. That's
yes.
That was his fee for the day.
Yeah, and it's still at home now, and it's dead. But
they live a beautiful life together.
Yes. It's what can I say? I hug it and it keeps me warm. Yes. Yeah, that's cool though.
I can't. It's been a long day.
Preach.
But no, I mean, we've seen you from our little perch over here, and the audience has been coming in, and they've been very happy, and they've gone away very happy, and we've seen you guys working very hard at it as well, and long may you continue to have such a good relationship with fans and fandom of all kinds.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you ever so much for coming and having a chat with us. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No
It's
worries.
been fun. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Wrap that there. Okay. Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So are we gonna?
Yeah, I guess we'll just kind of. Thanks, guys. So I think we'll kind of wrap things up for the day. Yeah. No, thank you.
Are we gonna call it for the day, or is there anything else we want to do?
I guess so. Yeah, if we want to try and.
Hang on, I think we got my mate Grumman is there. I said we grab him on.
Okay, go on.
Phil.
Okay, my name's not Phil, but okay. Right. Yeah, you can give me that camera back now then. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, this is weird. I'm in two different places at once. Oh, and I'm falling off chairs. Oh, in fact, no. In fact, yeah, no, you might have to then. Yeah, sorry. Oh, fat. Yeah, it's weird because we're on the screen twice, Paul. It's very strange.
Ooh, there's two of us.
There's four of us. God, we just have to imagine that one's Amara and that one's Doug. So, are we Doug?
Hello, Doug. Hello, Amara. We've missed you.
Yeah. Right, let me switch to that solo layout.
A solo layout?
Yeah.
It's almost like we've been talking about
a Red Cup
Star
layout.
Wars film.
A Red Cup layout.
That was a couple of really genuinely interesting conversations we had there.
Get that so I'm not blocked by the little camera. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's a little bit better.
It'll do me. It'll do me.
You keep moving.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get in the right. I'm trying to keep in shot. So one of the things we want to talk about again before we finish. Yeah, because everyone's starting to wrap up now, so we really have to go.
So no, we're gonna. I mean, it all finishes at 4 o'clock, so there's another half hour. People are starting to pack up and what have you. So it's coming towards the end of a long day for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we've experienced, that you've seen, that we've talked about is the cosplay. aspect, again, we're really very impressed by what we've seen. So many people. One of the organisations that comes as a group to a troop their cosplays is called the Dragon Order.
Yep.
And hopefully in a minute, one of my friends
joined by
will be joining us just to have a. Here he is.
Here we go.
Hello. So this is a mate of mine. This is Grumfoss, who is one of the cosplayers with the Dragon Order, who I've known at Comic-Cons for, God, it's got to be about 5 years I've been seeing you at like Wrexham and that. I mean, it's been a while since we've actually been in the same room because, COVID.
Don't mention that word.
And what have you. But so you cosplay.
I do.
Why do you cosplay?
Why?
Yeah, why do you cosplay?
I've always liked the idea of dressing up. Being somebody who you're not.
Yeah.
And I've always enjoyed that. And I remember once going to an event and somebody said to you, asking people, how long have you been cosplaying for? And I said, well, I started in like 1984 when it was called dressing up. When I was a kid. And I've always loved it. I've done reenacting and everything. It's just the idea of being something which you're not. It's good fun. Really is good fun.
And I mean, you're one of these people who, it's not like you buy stuff off the peg or anything. You make your stuff, don't you?
I try to, as much as I possibly can. I try to, yeah. Not saying I've got the skills to do it. It takes me probably 10 attempts to make something where somebody would do it who's very good at it would take one. But I like to try and make it. And also my costumes that I tend to do are not normal run-of-the-mill costumes. They're not Star Wars or
Witch King of Angmar. The Skeksis. Oh, that Skeksis is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
That that we saw you in at the start of the day. You've done a Judge Dredd.
Yeah. Street Judge.
I mean, we've got. I still love those photos of us both in Starfleet uniform.
Yeah, that Ellesmere Port when we're on teleporter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you showed me that one before.
Yeah, I showed you
Yeah,
that
that's a good
before.
picture.
But
Funny if you said about the Witch King, as we were at Comic-Con a few years ago, and he showed me the photo. I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that knocking about.
no, you do not forget that costume. You play very memorable characters when you do cosplay.
Well, it is funny because I do find it quite weird when you take the helmet off or the mask off and you walk around. I do find nobody was my photograph. What's going on?
Why is nobody looking at me?
But no, as soon as when I'm getting changed into costume, as soon as I put the helmet on or whatever, for some reason I just go straight into character.
Yeah.
And I like being in character.
Yeah.
It's good fun. And being a Witch King, watching small kids go, ah, it's fantastic. It's the best feeling in the world. People say you're really weird. I said, no, it's good fun.
That's the thing with helmets as well. They help you hide and be that character. Because I mean, me, if I were being me, I wouldn't want to be scary to a kid. But if I could put a helmet on, I'd be,
Well, that's right. I'm not a scary person normally, but I hope I'm not.
You can get away with more when you're hiding your face.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm sure that's why people do Darth Vader and stormtroopers and stuff, because they can be the completely different person.
Yeah.
Also, the reason why I wear my costumes have all got masks and helmets on is because I don't look like any superhero. I was thinking about doing a fat Spider-Man. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of the mermaids are quite doing an old Triton.
That would work. I'd see that.
Sitting there, all right, fish and chips.
Tell us,
You're meeting your children.
tell us just a little bit about the Dragon Order. Get a plug in for the Dragon Order.
Okay, well, we are a costuming group or cosplay group. And we've been around for 10 years. This is our 10th anniversary. Hurrah to us. Happy
Almost
birthday.
as long as us.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. I think next month is our anniversary. I've been part of the group for 6 years. We're based pretty much around the Northwest. We tend to have costumes from all different types of genres. We've got stormtroopers, we've got Star Wars, we've got Doctor Who, and we do everything. As long as the costume we think is as if you just walked off a set. That's what we're trying to aim for.
Yeah.
As close as you can.
Yeah.
yeah, it's almost impossible to get it absolutely perfect
Course,
because they're
yeah.
all so different. And that's basically what we do. And we get invited to events like this one where we try to put on the best show we possibly can for the general public, you know, and scare kids or just basically have a good time. We try to put on the best we can. We've probably got about 30 to 40 members. It's not a huge club. And of those 30, 40 members, we probably have another 10 or 15 who come along to help us out at events, act as people's eyes.
Yeah, because it's not just about the performance. You do need support of workers as well, don't you?
Absolutely.
You know, people to make sure that you're not trampling small children underfoot in the masks. And
It's very easy, which is
Even
very
something
easy
as simple
to
as
do.
opening a goddamn door. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, we've watching Wookiees going through human-sized doors and getting into lifts has been an eye-opener.
Absolutely, and you always notice they've always got a helper with them.
Of course, yeah.
And they are the vital part. You know, some people like dressing up, some people don't, but some people like the whole idea of being part of the group.
Yeah.
And it's all good fun. If we do. Anyone wants to help raise money for charities, we're quite happy to do so. We don't have a charity of our own, but we will do work for anybody's charity. And hire us. We are for hire.
Well, I wanted to make sure that you came on so that we could give you a plug and get the word out.
Well, I know that Doug is still trying to get that off the ground.
I mean, because we record live once a month at Geek Retreat in Warrington,
Right.
and we're very much supporters of Doug, who runs Geek Retreat in Warrington, and we've got things he's trying to do, things we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So more than likely we'll be in touch.
Yes. Yeah. You know what I am on Facebook.
I know where to find you, mate. We are mates on Facebook. So and I it's just really great to be in the same room as you again for the first time in
a long
forever.
time. I think the last time I actually saw you was at a Telford.
Yeah.
And it was only a brief visit. It was one of the ones, I think, just after the plague had supposedly cleared.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. I personally missed it. It did allow me some good time to make some good costumes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Which was always good fun. Again, obscure.
Well, that's what the folks we were speaking to downstairs said with the Wookiee costumes. That they spent all of lockdown just building Wookiee costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Yeah. I made my belter from the Expanse TV series, the full vac suit with the helmet. And
Yes.
that was my lockdown project. That and my beard. My beard went from being quite small to being like Grizzly Adams.
As did mine.
I had to trim it because when you put the helmet on, it was like in your face like that. It wasn't good.
No.
But no, it's been great to be back, and it's good to recharge the costuming and cosplay batteries again. You know, it's nice to get the reaction from people as you're walking around. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because the majority of people, who may put a costume on and go to something like, they're not doing it every weekend. I'm sure you do more shows than most people, but just getting to put the costume on and everything like that, and just seeing the looks on people's faces where they recognize a character or something like that.
It is. And I must admit, all my costumes, as you know, I do quite a few. The Witch King is the one that tends to get the biggest reaction, and it always has done. That's probably because it's scary, and that's one that's progressed over the last. I started it in 2016.
You've got to remember, it's the Lord of the Rings movies came out 2001, 2, and 3. So the kids who watched those movies at the cinema when they were kids, they've grown up now, and they may have little kids of their own going, "Oh, look who it is!" So you've got all that aspect.
You've been doing this long enough that some of the kids who have been getting their photos taken with you are now taller than you. Joshua.
Well, it was quite. I did get a reality check at Telford this year.
Yeah.
I was somebody come over and goes, "Can I have my photograph taken with you?" The Witch King. He says, "Yeah." I said, "No problem." He goes, "Yeah, I had my photograph taken with you when I was a kid in Wrexham, and this was a 20-year-old plus man."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh." I have been doing this for quite a while.
We
haven't I?
do feel old, don't we? Yeah.
It was a reality check, but it's all fun.
So if there was a costume that you wanted to, you haven't made yet, but you really want to do, what's that?
Oh, I've got several, but the one I really want to make, I've always wanted to make it. It's from a computer game called BioShock.
Is it Big Daddy by any chance? Yes.
Yeah. I have like a cosplay book. Again, being real nerd. When
So you're in the right place.
When you have an idea,
Jot it down.
jot it down. I always usually carry it around with me. And I think of something, and I thought, I want to make it so it makes the noise as it walks, and like, some sound effects. So I've worked out how to do that. It's just getting the time and space to do it.
Of course, yeah.
Because you need more than a dining
as much
room
as they're a big
table to
size
do
when you
it.
put them on, you need more space to build the damn things. So,
Well, it's one of my dreams, if I ever win the lottery, to have a workshop where I can just build whatever I want.
Cosplay studio.
Oh,
Nice.
That would be fantastic.
Wouldn't
I'd love it. Yeah, I really would.
Awesome. Okay,
That's the dream.
Living the dream.
Yeah, absolutely.
Grom,
that's,
it's been an absolute pleasure to see you again, mate.
No worries.
I'm so
it's
happy
been nice to meet you.
Yeah.
As much as I've seen you in passing before now, it's nice to actually meet you. Yeah.
So that, I think, is basically it
Yeah.
for us for
think so,
today as the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds.
Yeah.
Live at Aintree Comic Con.
Yeah, let's just say a big thank you to John and the team for having us along. We've enjoyed the entire day. It's been absolutely fantastic. Also, I just want to say one more really, really big thank you.
Yeah.
And that is to Danielle, who's been with us all day today, helping out. And she's been holding the camera
Thank
for
you,
this entire
Danny.
thing. And she's been absolutely fantastic. So, and I know I took you away from a lying in bed this morning and a nice breakfast and everything like that to come and walk around Aintree with me and Paul. But thank you. Thank you. I love you. Being sappy and sweet. Anyway, on that bombshell, we're going to wrap things up from Aintree Comic Con. Until the next time we do 50-Foot Nerds, which may be a little bit sooner than you think. I've been Mike Bell.
I've been Paul Griggs.
And I've been Grumfoss.
Until the next show. Oh, and that's Dan. Danielle's been Danielle. Until next time, folks.
Geek out!